talking about the Nigeria-Taiwan trade relations, and I will be having my guest join me shortly to take a look at that.
So sit back, whatever it is,
relax,
but we will surely have a good ride
as I take you
so let's quickly
on
take
this
the business
flight. I don't know if it's 50,000
feet above waters or whatever it is, but we will surely have a good ride today. So let's quickly take the business news.
President Muhammad Buhari has approved 320.3 billion naira in intervention funds for the country's public tertiary education institutions through 2023. Institutions through 2023. Sonny Education Trust Fund, that fund made the announcement on Wednesday in Abuja. Planning workshop with all heads of beneficiary institutions. According to him, the amount approved, the funds largest disbursement to each beneficiary institution since its inception. The TED Fund CEO explained that the 2023 intervention cycle, each university will receive each university will receive naira each, Polytechnic will receive 699 million naira, and each college of education will receive 800.8 million naira.
The federal government has secured $800 million from the World Bank to provide $800 million from the World Bank to provide more than 50 million Nigerians ahead of the June 2023 Nigerian deadline. This was revealed by Zainab Ahmed, Minister of Finance. This was revealed by Zainab Ahmed, to State House correspondents on National Planning, to State House Federal Executive Council, which was chaired by this week's Federal Executive Council, which was chaired by President Muhammad Buhari. According to Ahmed, the $800 million represents the first tranche of palliatives to 10 million to be disbursed in cash to 10 million
households.
The Senate on Wednesday indicted Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited for deliveries to Warri Refinery, for crude oil deliveries to Warri Refinery, Kaduna Refinery and Petrochemical Company, totaling $376.6 million. The Senate adopted the report of its Public Accounts Committee that focused on Auditor General's Committee that focused on Auditor General's report of 2016 and failed to provide details of crude oil failed to provide details refineries in the audited year. The Senate refineries in the audited year. The Senate has asked the NNPC Limited to ensure specific details of crude oil delivered to ensure specific details of crude oil delivered to the two refineries for audit. The World Bank has expressed its readiness to collaborate with the National Youth Service Corps on youth empowerment, job creation and skills development for core members. According to a statement issued by the NNPC spokesperson on Wednesday, a lead economist of the World Bank, the lead economist of skills development team, revealed this during a courtesy visit to the NYSC National Directorate Headquarters in Abuja. General Yasau in Abuja, General National Youth Service Corps, stated that the scheme was established to promote national unity and integration, to promote national unity has been at the forefront of empowering NYSC has been at the forefront of empowering core members while at the orientation camp, which has made thousands of ex-core members self-reliant, thousands of ex-core members self-reliant across the country. According to the Nigerian Export Promotion Council, the NNPC, Nigeria Exported Council, the NNPC, Nigeria exported products in 2022. Dr. Ezra Yakusak, NNPC's executive director and CEO, NNPC's executive director and CEO, disclosed that Nigeria exported that number of products as a result of value emphasizing the importance of packaging, emphasizing the importance of optimizing the value and value addition in optimizing the value of any product. The Commerce and Industry Correspondents Association of Nigeria, in collaboration with the Standard Organization of Nigeria, on Wednesday held an event discussing the enhancing the Nigerian economy and making it better and conducive for the citizens. SICAN's chairman Ifeanyi Onuba spoke on the significance of the event for the Nigerian economy, most especially the non-oil sector. Most especially the non-oil sector.
As journalists, we are assisting in creating an enabling environment. We are assisting in creating an enabling environment for the economic support, the economic advancement, the economic advancement, we must support the non-oil exports. We must support the non-oil exports in the light to boost the economic realities. In the light, Nigeria must move beyond oil, Nigeria and export beyond materials, and build a vibrant manufacturing sector, and build a vibrant exporting finished goods that will boost the nation's foreign exchange earnings. Boost the nation's foreign exchange earnings.
Miriam Sampson, who is the Assistant Chief Public Relations Organization of Nigeria, emphasized that the organization is promoting efficient service delivery.
Working with the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council to ensure efficient service delivery, to ensure the promotion of transparent and the Standards Organization of Nigeria under the Standards Organization of Nigeria under the supervision of the Federal Ministry of Trade, facilitate trade and investment in Nigeria with a view to improving Nigeria life with a view to improving life through standards.
On Wednesday, the meeting on the validation of the final draft report for the development of halal industry in Nigeria was held in Abuja. According to Dr. According to Dr. General Secretary Federation of Agricultural General Secretary Federation of a technical member of the halal Nigeria and also a technical member of the halal implementation committee analyzed the fact that halal industry dollars globally and it will in turn boost businesses and it will in turn boost businesses in Nigeria.
The halal market now stands at about $7.2 trillion, and there are many countries that have established themselves that have established themselves as halal house. And so it is important also to learn from their own experiences, also to forge alliances and to promote and even to promote halal industry.
Halal industry dollars globally and it will in turn businesses and it will in turn boost businesses.
The halal market now stands at about $7.2 trillion, and there are many countries that have established themselves and so themselves as halal house. And so it is important also to learn from their experiences, also to forge alliances and even to promote and even to promote halal industry.
Halal industry dollars globally and it will in turn globally and it will in turn
and for us as a country, we have all it takes to be part of that process. Halal industry in Nigeria is not an Islamic thing. It's actually wholesomeness of commodities and how quality. I think that's the basic message.
Could imagine the size of Nigerians' population. Agricultural commodities, and these commodities will have to go through the certifications, and this certification will now give it a buy-in into the certification process of halal. It will have a direct telling on the health status of Nigerians, the business status of Nigerians, especially the practitioners of commodities in Nigeria.
All right, and that's it on the business news. Let's quickly take a break, and when we return, the program continues. Do stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Like they say, don't touch that dial. Stay Moneyline with Nancy on African Independent Television, AIT.
over $7 trillion US.
All right, welcome back to the program. For the Nigerian market, we saw that the oil share index plunged yesterday by about 336 basis points. That should be 3.36% loss. That means that the oil share index settled at around 53,000 mark. And what happened? Why did we see that level of slump? Because of the lackluster performance in the shares of Airtel Africa as well as Transcore. Some analysts are saying that based on these developments, that it is anticipated that the bearish sentiment will continue. Today, there were 14 losers on Wednesday as against 12 advances. The market value was down, as well as the volume was not spared either. If we take a look at the money market, system liquidity dipped further as the interbank market in the interbank market, rather, as participants sought funds for various needs. Analysts are also expecting that the trend will continue today. Let's see how far that can go. Treasury bills market, there was had the upper hand yesterday at the FGN bonds market, requesting higher levels to consummate trade. Market watchers are also anticipating similar activities to take place today. For the currencies market, let's quickly go there. You know, it's not really been a very good story for the Nigerian naira, at least in the last few years. The official rate hovers around 463 naira, but the parallel market rate is over 740 naira. Though the Central Bank of Nigeria says that we're not recognizing that market, and that strict market or parallel market, or what people know as the black market rate, is just a very tiny segment of where people go to. You know, it's a tiny segment, but many Nigerians do go there because they can't just be in the line, in the queue, to get at the official price. So at the investors and exporters FX window on Wednesday, the value of the naira to the dollar appreciated by about 10 basis points to 463 naira 75 kobo to $1 US. So that's it really for the market. Can I quickly just take you through what's happening across major markets. Let's just quickly take that and see how other markets are doing. For the European markets, they are mixed over global economic uncertainty. For the United States, what's happening there, stock futures are sleeping as investors weigh the health of the job market and the economy in the United States. In Asia, while we were sleeping, the Reserve Bank of India, yes, that's what it's called, not Bank of India. The Reserve Bank of India means the Central Bank of India, because some countries do call them Reserve Bank. In the US, it is called the Fed. So while we're sleeping, India held rates in a surprise move, and that caused Asian markets to fall as Wall Street showing growth. So that's also impacting the markets globally. Whatever happens to Wall Street, whatever happens to the United States, the rest of the world catches a cold, because that's the #1 economy in the world, followed by China. Oil is falling. Brent crude is trading at around $84.84. That is $84.84 a barrel, while U.S. oil is trading at $80.42. Oil is falling as weak U.S. economic data stoke recession fears. This recession fears has been on since last year. Recession fears. There was a CEO of a company that actually said this recession fears that we're talking about, the recession hasn't come yet the fears have overtaken us. But anyway, it's the economy, so what can we do? All right, let's quickly take a break, and when we return, my guest will be joining me. I did say earlier we will be talking about Nigeria-Taiwan trade relations. At the last count, from what I know, about 22 billion naira has it increased, and what can we learn from each other? What kind of business can we do together? What kind of trade can we do together? My guest will be joining me when we return from the break.
For those newly elected governors and those who were re-elected, they should know the party is over. The reason why I say the party is over, the political environment we witnessed in the 2023 election is indicative of the fact that citizens have actually risen up to demand a higher level of performance from those who govern them. And this will further increase by the time we get to 2027. So you're going to get a point where you really need to show your thumbprints before you can ask for re-election or any political office, where you can go into political oblivion because you performed poorly. So I think the incoming governors should know that the era of coming to the people and just giving them palliatives is now beyond us. So they need to fold their sleeves and get to work.
All right, welcome back to the program. In case you're just joining us, my guest is with me here, Andy Yingpin Liu. He's the representative, Taipei Trade Office in Nigeria. Welcome to the program to you.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you.
Just while we were on the break, I was asking how long you have been here. Yeah. So say publicly.
Right. Well, thank you for the opportunity to help me to come to this great program. Actually, this is my second time in Nigeria. I've been here for almost 2 years and 6 months. But my first came into Nigeria is 1993 to 1997. Your federal government invite Taiwan to be the strategic partner for developing your first ever export processing zone in Calabar.
Export processing zone in Calabar. Because I know that for Taiwan, it came into Nigeria, I think, in 1991. So you came in 1993.
Yes.
Okay, and you stayed 4 years in Calabar.
Yes, because right after 1991, both sides signed the MOU for establishing the trade mission. Our trade mission established in Lagos, but in 93 we have a consulate in Calabar because we need to cooperate with your Nigerian government for that export processing zone in Calabar. But in late 97, our consulate merged with the trade mission because our trade mission moved with other embassy to Abuja in the early 2000s.
Yes.
So that way we merged. So our office is similar like a de facto embassy together with the consulate and together with the trade mission 3-in-1.
But there was a time that they asked you to move away from Abuja back to Lagos.
Late 2017. Certain reason I will not be able to discuss.
I don't even want to go in there.
No, better not.
I don't want to go in there because
let's focus more on
let's stick with trade and business and economy.
Of course.
Okay. So talk to my viewers about Taiwan. Actually, for people that have not been there. Of course, when they hear Taiwan, they get to hear different things. You know, when you hear Taiwan, China comes to mind and all of that. But just talk to us about Taiwan.
Sure. Thank you for that. I'll take.
I know you tell us the beautiful things. If you can't tell us also the bad things.
No. I will tell you in a rather neutral way because I think if everybody had been viewing CNN, BBC, or Al Jazeera, this few days our president, Madam President, is visiting some of our diplomatic allies in Central America, Guatemala, Belize, but she's now in California, meeting with the top-ranking U.S. Congress, like the Speaker of the House, Mr. McCarthy, and numerous congressmen, because Taiwan relation with the rest of the world would have diplomatic relation and non-diplomatic relation. Most of our best partners are non-diplomatic kind of a country like US, EU, most of the EU member states, Japan, Australia, India. We have no diplomatic relation with not any of them, but we kept a so close strategic partnership with almost everyone. And Taiwan has been regarded as the most trustworthy strategic partner for providing microchip, the most advanced microchip and semiconductor actually produced in Taiwan. The US will buy microchip only from Taiwan because that is the most trustworthy product. Taiwan can cooperate with the US. So we are now having a new trend of the world that the European Union or European country are sending so many delegations to Taiwan. A German minister just visited Taiwan, a huge delegation from Czech Republic and also from Japan, for so many countries coming to Taiwan. So we are in a historical trend, a historical turning point. So it's a good time thank you for having me to come here to talk about us. And at the same time, before I came in here, I was sitting outside to watch your news broadcasting. Almost every item you mentioned, we Taiwan participate that. From halal industry, our office participated the Abuja Halal Expo 2 years ago with a huge Taiwan stand. Though Taiwan does not just manufacturing computers or semiconductor, we have a very advanced halal industry. We cooperate with Indonesia and Malaysia and Turkey and some of the Middle Eastern countries. And talk about NEPC. Our biggest Taiwan trade agency had an MOU with the NEPC just a few years ago. And our biggest trade agency had an MOU with NACIMA, with Abuja Chamber of Commerce. So we are penetrating the market by building institute-to-institute relations so that we can have a better understanding to each other. We don't want to have good Nigerian trading partner to get into our own for one night. We have very bad 419 people in Taiwan. But with